Coach and Matt, give me your initial thoughts on tonight's game.
Oh, it was a fun contest to be a part of. Obviously, the outcome was not what we were hoping for, but I thought we got off to a pretty good start. We took care of the basketball early on. We kept them off the glass. Outside of Patron, we kind of limited them and executed the game plan. We got off to a good start, but I think we was 23-14, and we knew a run was coming. They're just a great team, and Coach Crow does such a good job with them. They play so hard, and they keep coming at you wave after wave, and we knew it was gonna, with that 9-point lead, that they weren't gonna stop playing. They were gonna play harder, and they did, and they made their run and got right back into it, and then it was kind of back and forth for the next 20-25 minutes or so, and they would get a little bit of an extension, and then Maddie would make a three, or Weck would make a three, or Greg would get a layup and then one, and so it was a great March basketball game. These games are they're not fun to be in when you lose, but just the back and forth, and I'm sure there was a lot of fans that paid good money for this game that enjoyed themselves.
And then how about you, Matt?
I think the first half we showed we went toe-to-toe with them. We were not intimidated by them. They've won however many games in a row, and we were right there with them. I think they just wore us down a little bit in the second half. We had a tough time keeping them off the glass. They play hard. We take pride in how hard we play, and I don't know if we've come across a team that's played that hard in a while, and credit to them. I don't think they played harder than us, but they're big and they're physical, and they crash the glass, and they made more plays than us, and it sucks, but they're a good team.
Now I know it's tough to really be able to put in perspective your entire season. At this point, this close to the end of that game, but being where you were back in December to the team that you have now, talk about the growth that this team had throughout the course of the season.
Gosh. That's such a tough one, because I got to talk about this guy, and it's hard for me to talk about this guy right now. From where we started, and being picked towards the bottom of the conference, and developing a chip on our shoulder, and early on it didn't come very easy for us. We had some growing pains and guys stepping into new roles. This guy in particular, and Kevin Weckworth becoming a focal point, and Greg King, Garrett Johnson becoming a scoring threat. Guys not only stepped up into a leadership void, but they also had to fill in statistical voids, and they did that and more than I could have asked. And I think we talked about having a defensive identity, just being a tough man-to-man defensive team. And our first game against Hartwick, we did a really good job and made it really difficult for them to score. And I told the guys, one game doesn't make an identity, and they kind of, took that on as a challenge. And except for a couple of hiccups here or there, that's who we became. And that's kind of who our seniors are. They're just tough dudes that care so much. And I got an award, earlier this week, and I just wanted to give it to those seniors, because those are the guys that created the culture that we have. Those are the guys that created who we were, and they're just, I can't emphasize that enough in how important our seniors were to what this team became and what this team did.
We sat in the room above the court last year after the game was like this, and Coach is going to do the same thing with the guys that are returning next year. And he looked up at the banner and saw the 2016, 2017 up there and said, we want to do something that's never been done here. And let's go back-to-back and win Liberty League championships back-to-back. And we talk about all the time, we think those 15 people in that room, we might have been the only people in the world that would have believed that we could have done it. It might be the same way next year, but there's a great group coming back. It's obviously hard right now. We were trying to do something again that's never been done, and taking into Sweet 16. Obviously fell short, but when we look back on it, it was a special year, and we basically achieved everything we set out to achieve at the beginning of the year, and I think we'll be able to live with that.
Matt, when you sit back here as a senior and reflect on your career, what has it meant to you, to pull on the Union jersey and represent Union College in men's basketball?
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about this the other day, how ever since I was probably in 4th grade, everything I've done every Saturday, every Sunday is play basketball, and the ultimate goal there is, sorry,
Don't apologize. You don't have to apologize for it.
play basketball in college, and Union was a perfect school for that for me, and I had to push Coach Murphy a little bit, make him believe it too.
So let me jump in. I didn't really recruit Matt that hard, and he kind of recruited us. And then after his freshman year, he would just every day he would show up and like he would kick butt and he would guard the best player in practice and he would just like be on the floor for loose balls and he just always be doing stuff. And I'm like, all right, we got to keep him. And then sophomore year, I sat him down with another walk on, and I said, Matt, you got to earn your way on the team. We might cut you. And like 6 games into the season, our best player comes in and says, you have to play Matt LaCory. And so I noticed it and he earned my respect, but he earned our guys' respect and like our best players' respect just by showing up every day and working hard. And for college athletes, it can be so hard just to show up every day and work hard. And he did that. And that had an effect on every other guy on our team, from Kevin Weckworth, our leading scorer, to our 19th guy. And we're gonna have plenty of time to reflect and go over it and celebrate our success and enjoy this. But the Union basketball program, the school, we got a special one here, and I'm just gonna miss coaching.
Yeah, I mean, it's just 4 years of everything we had, and the 4 other seniors right there with me, and as much gonna miss being out there with them, but just being a part of the team and having everybody as your family and the Union basketball family, and yeah, I mean, I'm gonna miss it a lot.
That's good.
Thank you, guys.
Great, thank you guys so much.